Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Curiosity Uncovered. My name is Dana, and today we are going to talk about Lucy and her namesake. So here at the Science Center, all of our animals are named after scientists or scientific discoveries. On each enclosure, there'll be two information sheets. One of them has information about the species specifically, and the other one talks about the scientists they are named after. So today we're going to talk about Lucy's namesake, and she is actually named after a scientific discovery. The scientific community just recently celebrated the 50th anniversary of Lucy's namesake. In November of 1974, American paleoanthropologist Don Johanson and student Tom Gray were walking in a ravine near Hadar, Ethiopia, when they saw an arm bone sticking out of the sand. Further inspection revealed a pelvic bone, part of a skull, and part of a leg bone. They celebrated their discovery later that night with the song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" by the Beatles, and they started calling their discovery Lucy, and the name stuck. The full excavation of the fossils would take several weeks, but at the end, they found about 40% of a complete skeleton. They were able to recover parts of the skull, arms, legs, pelvis, and even the rib bones, although most of the hand and feet bones were missing. A reconstruction showed that the animal was about 3.5 feet tall and weighed maybe 65 pounds. Now, that may sound like the size of a child, but further study showed erupted wisdom teeth and fused bones, which proved that the fossil they found was from a young yet fully mature adult. In 1974, scientists weren't quite sure where this new fossil fit in the hominin family tree. But about 4 years after her discovery, a new species called Australopithecus afarensis was established, with Lucy being the first member of that family. At the time of her discovery, Lucy was by far the oldest hominin species ever discovered, and she dated back to about 3.18 million years ago. Scientists believe that the species as a whole roamed Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Kenya around 3.85 million years ago to 2.9 million years ago. So analysis of Lucy's skeleton actually disproved a popular theory among scientists. It was thought at the time that hominins that eventually developed into humans that we know today grew large brains before developing the ability to walk. However, Lucy's skeleton showed that she had a small brain similar to that of a chimpanzee, and yet she was bipedal, which means she walked fully upright on both legs, just like modern humans. So it showed that ancient hominins developed the ability to walk upright before they developed the larger brains that are common in modern humans today. So even though she walked upright, she was likely very adept at climbing as well, which would allow for ground and tree foraging. She likely ate different grasses, fruits, as well as leaves from various shrubs, bushes, and trees. Her species may have also slept in trees at night in order to avoid larger predators. So even though Lucy was the first of her kind discovered, she was far from the only one. The year after her discovery, Don Johanson's team in Hadar discovered the AL333 group of fossils, also known as the first family. So this group was comprised of 13 individuals, including at least 4 children, and scientists believe that they were likely all members of the same family. And scientists believe that whatever caused the death of this group of individuals happened simultaneously and at about 3.2 million years ago. The discovery of these fossils actually showed that there were differences between male and females of the Australopithecus afarensis hominins. They're greatly sexually dimorphic, which means there are size and shape differences between the males and the females. Females are thought to average about 3 feet 5 inches and weighing 65 pounds, where males could get up to 4 feet 11 inches and weighing 92 pounds. So this difference in males and females is common in species like apes, but not as common in modern humans, where we show less variation between genders. So as scientists have discovered and studied more of these species over time, they've observed that they actually had ape-like and human-like characteristics. They had the domed skull and protruding face that we normally see in apes, but they have an S-shaped spine and pelvic and knee bones that more closely resemble bipedal humans like us. Even though the Australopithecus afarensis species existed millions of years ago, they still give scientists valuable information about how humans have evolved over time and information about our shared past. Every day, new generations of scientists are inspired by the story of Lucy and her family. Here at the Science Center, we love to honor our favorite scientists and scientific discoveries by naming our animals after them, just like we have with her. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Curiosity Uncovered.